Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is the show where we try to unearth some surprising insights from, well, even the most familiar corners of our digital world. Have you ever scrolled past a movie title online, one maybe everyone seems to know, maybe even love, and wondered what lies beyond just the film itself? Like, how does the actual platform you're using shape how you understand it, how you discover it, maybe even how you connect with it?
That's a great question. It's something we probably don't think about enough.
Exactly. So today we're taking a deep dive into precisely that. Our source material, it sounds simple, maybe deceptively simple. It's an entry for the Shawshank Redemption official trailer on IMDb.
Ah, okay, that Shawshank.
Yes, that Shawshank. A film many of us have definitely seen, maybe multiple times. But our mission today, it isn't really to re-review the movie.
Right.
Instead, we're kind of dissecting this specific IMDb page, this tiny, seemingly straightforward window to uncover what it reveals. Things about, say, information architecture, maybe marketing strategy, global reach.
And fundamentally how we actually encounter culture these days in the digital age.
Exactly. Every detail, from that single sentence synopsis they give, right down to the site's copyright notice at the bottom. It could be a clue.
It's like digital archaeology almost.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's unpack this, because what looks like just a simple page is, well, it's actually a pretty meticulously constructed narrative of information.
It really is. We're not just looking at an ad for a film. We're kind of examining this carefully curated digital footprint. It's a fascinating exercise, I think, in understanding how platforms like IMDb actually guide our perception and discovery.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's dive into the core, the film itself. Our source identifies The Shawshank Redemption, 1994 release rated R, classified as drama. Pretty standard stuff. And here's the official trailer synopsis right from the source. Two imprisoned men bond over a number of years, finding solace and eventual redemption through acts of common decency.
Wow. Just like that.
Just like that. The single sentence. R. Okay, mature content. Drama sets the genre. What immediate expectations does that brief description spark in you? For me, well, the R rating suggests it's not going to shy away from difficult stuff.
Right. Yeah. Grit.
And drama obviously sets the emotional tone, but the synopsis itself, two imprisoned men bond, finding solace and eventual redemption through acts of common decency. That's a lot packed into just 12 words.
It is. It's a masterclass in economy, really, and evocative language.
Right.
The power, I think, lies in its very precise keyword choices. Each one sort of hints at these profound themes without actually revealing the plot.
Okay, break that down, like imprisoned men.
Right. Imprisoned men, for instance. This immediately establishes a setting of intense confinement, stripping away of freedom. It signals a world where hope might be scarce and human dignity is constantly under threat.
Okay. So a place designed to break spirits, essentially. The stage is set for a struggle, a fight against that dehumanization.
Exactly. Then you get bond over a number of years. Now, this isn't some quick alliance. It's telling you it's a deep and enduring relationship. It's forged through shared hardship, the relentless passage of time. The phrase suggests a narrative that unfolds slowly, allowing for, profound transformation, the building of a connection that maybe transcends circumstance. It's about endurance, not quick fixes.
And that duration, a number of years, that really makes any eventual triumph feel incredibly hard-won, meaningful. It raises the stakes for their connection, doesn't it?
Precisely. And this bond, it leads them to finding solace. Now, solace here is probably not freedom from the prison walls itself, but maybe an internal comfort, a kind of psychological refuge found despite the crushing environment.
Oh.
It speaks to that human capacity, to create pockets of meaning and support, even in the bleakest places. Finding light in the darkness kind of thing.
Which then I guess naturally progresses to eventual redemption. That implies a journey towards being made whole again, maybe? A profound internal liberation that isn't necessarily about escaping the physical chains, but maybe freeing the spirit. It's a promise of hope, something beyond just plot.
And the crucial element, the how, through acts of common decency. Now, this, for me, is the most profound part.
Yeah.
It suggests the path to transformation isn't through, grand heroic rebellion, but through the small, the consistent, often quiet acts of human kindness, respect, mutual support.
Subtle.
Very subtle. It's a powerful statement about where true humanity resides, maybe even in a system designed to strip it away. It's a subtle but powerful philosophical anchor for the whole story, all contained in just that one phrase.
It's really remarkable how those few words can hint at such universal themes: friendship, resilience, the human spirit without giving away a single specific plot point. It builds anticipation perfectly.
Yeah, it's good marketing copy, essentially.
Right. Okay, now, let's shift gears a bit. This isn't just any synopsis floating around. It's specifically on an official Trailer 2 page on IMDb. Why does that word official matter so much here? And what does the 2 tell us about the strategy behind this content?
Well, the official tag, that's paramount. It's like a stamp of authenticity in what can be a very noisy digital world, right?
Sure.
In an era where you've got fan edits, leaks, sometimes misleading content floating around, official signals that this is the content as the studio or the creators intend for you to see it.
Oh, okay, so it builds trust.
Yeah, it builds trust. It reassures you that you're getting the genuine authorized marketing material, not some fan creation or a rough cut or something.
No, it's about curated intent, not just the content itself. And the 2, that implies there's probably a Trailer 1 somewhere.
Exactly. The 2 is incredibly telling. It suggests a sophisticated marketing rollout. A Trailer 1 is often more of a teaser, right? Minimal plot, maybe focused on mood, or just a tantalizing glimpse.
Gets you intrigued.
Trailer 2 typically arrives closer to the release date. It offers more narrative context, maybe introduces more characters, or highlights key dramatic moments. It's designed to deepen that interest, build excitement, and really solidify the film's genre and its emotional arc. It suggests a carefully phased approach to, audience engagement.
It really makes you think about how strategically films are introduced to us. It's not accidental.
Not at all.
And beyond the trailer itself, our source, it highlights this whole constellation of surrounding IMDb interface elements. Things like top 250 movies, most popular movies, browse movies by genre, what to watch, latest trailers, IMDb originals, IMDb picks, and, probably more.
Right, and if we connect this to the bigger picture, these aren't just random navigation links scattered on a page. They represent a pretty sophisticated ecosystem for media discovery and, crucially, I think, influence.
Influence, okay. How so?
Well, IMDb isn't just a neutral archive, right? It's an active guide. It shapes your experience of finding and understanding films. It places The Shawshank Redemption not just as a standalone film, but it situates it within this curated, interconnected digital library. It guides users through choices, through recommendations.
That's true. When I'm on IMDb, I often find myself clicking around, exploring, being led down these rabbit holes of recommendations, sometimes even for films I thought I knew really well.
Precisely. Take the top 250 and most popular lists, for instance. They leverage social proof, cultural consensus. They tell you what's critically acclaimed or what's widely watched, kind of pulling you into this shared cinematic canon.
Right, what everyone is watching or likes.
Yeah, but then you also have more personalized, maybe algorithm-driven features like what to watch or IMDb picks. This blend, community wisdom, industry curation, algorithmic suggestion, it tells us that online information platforms today, they're not just passive repositories. They are active shapers of our media consumption. They're designed to keep you engaged within their ecosystem, constantly curating, recommending, and also expanding their own offerings, like you mentioned, IMDb Originals.
So these elements aren't just about helping you find films, they're about how platforms subtly nudge us toward what they want us to discover, or maybe what they think we should discover based on data. It's like a powerful, often invisible hand in our cultural consumption.
It really is. And that brings us to the global stage, perhaps.
Yeah, let's zoom out there. Our source details the language support, fully supported. English, United States, okay, that's clear. But then it lists several other languages as only partially supported: French, German, Hindi, Italian, Portuguese, Spanish, and various regional forms. What does this distinction, fully versus partially supported, really imply for you, the global audience member, trying to get information about this film? It sounds like it might be more than just a simple translation issue.
Well, absolutely. This raises a really important question about true accessibility and the global flow of information. Fully supported generally means a seamless, localized experience. Every menu, every description, every review, maybe even user-generated content is available and functional in that language.
Like it was built for them.
Exactly. It feels native. It makes the platform feel like it was built for that language, for that user from the ground up.
But partially supported, that's where the subtle barriers can really creep in, can't they?
Absolutely. Partially supported implies more of a patchwork experience. So while basic navigation, maybe the menus, might be translated, the core content like detailed synopses, Actor biographies, or particularly those rich user reviews and discussions, might only be available in English.
Ah, I see.
Which means that the richness of a film's cultural context, its nuanced critical reception around the world, maybe fan theories, specific cultural analyses that might be effectively invisible or at least much harder to access for those who don't speak the dominant language, which is often English.
So it's not just about technical translation.
No, it's about whose cultural conversation gets amplified and whose voices, or maybe whose access to a deep understanding, remains sort of on the periphery of the global cinematic discourse.
Wow. So you might be able to find the film's title, maybe the trailer, but you might not be able to truly engage with its broader cultural impact or the deeper discussions happening around it if you're not an English speaker using the platform. That feels like a subtle form of information inequality.
It is, exactly. It profoundly impacts a film's international appeal and how it's understood globally. It really highlights the complexities of localizing digital content. It goes beyond just mere translation. It involves cultural context, comprehensive linguistic coverage, and trying to maintain a consistent user experience across languages.
Which is hard, presumably.
Very hard. And this situation, unfortunately, can subtly reinforce the dominance of English in the online sphere and the challenges of achieving, true digital parity for all global users.
It's a stark reminder that global access doesn't always mean equal access when we're talking about the digital realm. Okay, finally, let's look at the very foundation of this page, like the fine print at the bottom. The copyright information. It says, IMDb, an Amazon company, and 1990-2025 by imdb.com, Inc.
Right. That date range, 1990-2025, that itself is pretty remarkable.
It is long.
It highlights the incredible longevity of some digital platforms and the continuous evolution of these information databases. I mean, think about it, 1990. That was before the mainstream internet, as most of us even know it.
Wow, yeah.
This signifies decades of continuous data collection, maintenance, adaptation. It tells you this isn't just some fleeting website. It's a persistent, dynamic archive that has somehow adapted through multiple technological eras. It's like a living repository of cinematic history, constantly being updated.
That's an astonishingly long lifespan for any online entity, really. It speaks to incredible resilience, commitment to data, maybe.
And then the other part, IMDb, an Amazon company. Now, this isn't just about having robust financial backing, although that helps with longevity.
Sure.
It also potentially transforms IMDb. It shifts it from maybe a more neutral encyclopedic archive into, well, a commercial entity, part of a much larger commercial ecosystem.
Okay, and what are the implications there?
Well, it raises some critical questions, I think, about things like data ownership, the commercialization of cultural memory.
Yeah.
How does a profit-driven parent company like Amazon subtly influence which films get promoted, how information is prioritized, or even how something like popularity is defined or displayed, all within a platform that ostensibly serves as a kind of definitive cultural record?
So it's not just a stable archive, but potentially a stable archive with a powerful corporate agenda kind of woven into its structure, subtly influencing how we perceive film. That's
a profound thought. It definitely is something to consider. This copyright information, it really underscores that this data isn't just ephemeral content floating online. It's part of a carefully maintained, extremely valuable digital archive that spans decades. And it's shaped by both its, let's say, initial mission and its current corporate stewardship.
What an incredible journey, really, into just a single IMDb trailer page. We've gone from dissecting the narrative heart of a well-known film through its tiny synopsis to understanding the curated context provided by IMDb's whole discovery ecosystem.
Right, the surrounding links and lists.
To reflecting on the global reach, maybe the inherent limitations embedded in its language support and its deep digital footprint stamped with corporate ownership.
It really shows that even these seemingly small, everyday pieces of digital information, like an IMDb trailer page, they're incredibly rich with detail, with powerful insights, if you just know how to look or maybe where to look.
Exactly. So maybe next time you stumble upon a movie page online, any platform really, consider this. What else is that platform telling you? About the film, sure, but also about its intended audience, about the flow of information, maybe even about the hidden power dynamics of information itself, if you just take a moment to look beyond the obvious surface.
A great thought to end on. There's always more beneath the surface.